Welcome to moneyness.biz, your home for personal finance. I've got a question for you. Why are nerds so cheap? Let's talk about how saving can lead to wealth. I was in the office one day looking out the window, talking to a friend, when a bright red Ferrari pulled up into the parking lot. Now, Ferraris are beautiful cars, but I wouldn't want to own one for two reasons. First, I live in Virginia, and Virginia has a personal property tax on cars. Boo. The more expensive the car, the more property tax you pay. Second, Ferraris cost more than some houses. Now, I don't know how much insurance costs, but I don't care if you get a safe driver discount, bundle it with home and auto, talk to a gecko, or do any of the other crazy things people do to try to lower their car insurance, it's still going to be too expensive. So I mentioned to my friend that, well, the Ferrari was a hot car, I wouldn't want to own one, and that I was driving a 17-year-old Honda Civic. To be honest, this was cheap bragging, right? I mean, cheap people don't have too much to brag about. We don't have nice things like other people have, so we have to brag about being cheap. So people in offices gossip, that's not shocking, and it eventually got back to me that my friend had told someone else about the Ferrari, about my 17-year-old Civic, and he asked a question. Why are the nerds so cheap? Okay, so I could have been upset, but I was actually flattered, right? Because first, he called me a nerd, which means he thinks I'm smart, right? I mean, that's what it means, right? So I was happy about that. And then he called me cheap. And that was like icing on the cake. But the question deserves an answer. And to give you an answer, I have to tell you another short story. Early in my career, I ended up sitting next to an older gentleman on a plane. He was very nicely dressed, three-piece suit, nice tie. We started chatting, and it turned out that he was the chairman of the board of a bank. Not a big bank like Citi or Wells, but a small bank that I'd never heard of from a town that I'd never heard of. After a while, I gathered up my courage and I asked him if he had any advice for a person like me who was just starting out. His answer was very simple. Save your money, he said. I thought this was great, and I told him so. I said, that's wonderful. I am already doing that. I am saving up to buy a new computer. I am saving up to buy a car. I am saving up to buy a whole lot of stuff. And he paused for a half a second, and then he said, okay. Now, I am not the most perceptive guy in the world. Ask my wife, ask anyone in my family. But it seemed to me like his attitude changed. Like maybe I'd disappointed him, or maybe I'd missed something. I thought about that exchange afterward, and then I thought some more. Have you guessed what took me so long to figure out? When I said that I was saving, what I meant is that I was saving to buy things. Now, clearly, buying things with saved money is much better than buying things without saved money. But I don't think that's what this gentleman had in mind. He meant saving without planning to spend it. If I spend everything that I've saved, I won't accumulate any wealth. I won't go into debt either. I'll be balanced precariously somewhere right around zero. And if something unexpected happens, say a flat tire or a bad tooth, I'm in big, big trouble. That's why the nerds are so cheap. Because the only way to truly save is to spend less than you make. And if that means driving a 17-year-old car with less horsepower than a lawnmower, so be it. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave comments. I'd love to get some ideas for future videos. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell. See you next time.